Yeah, absolutely. We're both completely unemployable.
Don't like to be told what to do.
Yeah. My background is construction. Started off at 16 being thrown into a trench as a groundwork labourer and taught how to use a shovel, which turns out I didn't know how to use. And then pretty much worked my way out from there. So assistant site manager to site manager. And then I made the real step into development when I became a project manager, which taught me how not to do development. And I watched how exciting the industry is, but also the various, I say pitfalls, the main pitfall being greed. I saw how a lot of developers were not able to control the vast sums of money that you deal with in this industry.
My background is not in construction at all. It was in sort of corporate management, HR, that kind of career. Although I had a couple of buy-to-let properties and sort of dabbled a bit, and when I met Dan and we got together, that I then kind of came into the development world. And
we knew we wanted to be developers, but we also wanted to be in control of the build. So we set up a construction company and development company. So I think I had a desire to do it for ourselves and a belief that we could build something we'd be quite proud of.
Heard about the opportunity and he sort of said to me, oh, we need to go and have a look at this site. And we came up here, and the location here is beautiful. It's up on the top of the hill and it was just a field, and we stood here and looked out, and my decision-making process is always, would I want to live here? And I just looked out, fell in love with the site and said, this is a beautiful site and people will want to live here. And I could just picture it. My
first thing was, there is absolutely no way in hell we're buying this site for the amount of money that it's up for. So when it was first brought to us, which was off market at the time, we came down and had a look at the site, and you loved it. I ran some figures, and not on your life was it going to work. So we ended up with the site because we no-bid it, and then 6-7 months later, after someone else had agreed to sell, they came back to us and said, well, what's your figure that you would do it for? So I came up with a number and then took a little bit more off because I knew they'd go back up, and we ended up actually purchasing this site for what I thought was good value. And that's why, in my opinion, partnerships are so important, because there was no way, how much I loved it, we weren't going to buy that for the original asking price. When it got down to it, it became a really good development opportunity. Plus, obviously, you're looking out there and thinking, I'd like to live here. Well, that ticks in both boxes.
So the legal side of anything, any development always takes longer than you think it's going to take. And negotiations and talks, you know, we had boundary issues, and we had early conversations about that, and it was, oh yeah, that's fine, yeah, we'll do that, that's no problem. And we kind of almost like forgot about that then and carried on just being busy building the site. And then as it got later, as it came to crunch time, it was, oh well, yeah, well I'll let you do that, but if you're going to do that, I need you to do this. And so from a development point of view, I think we would have nutted that down a lot earlier.
Probably the key critical thing that we've done differently as a development is we'd have fronted into some of the hard conversations and hard decisions much earlier on. We went with we hope it's going to be all right, as opposed to the hope for the best, plan for the worst, which I think we're pretty good at overall. And it came back to repeatedly just take a little bit of chunks out. It's taken both time and money. So despite the time, cost and stress that was involved with it, what we've ended up with is our absolute vision, which is 9 houses, 5 of them with phenomenal views. The other 4 have now been spaced in order to look through the gap, so they've got some of the views, the plot sizes, the level gardens. So as you say, yes, painful. Look at it now, was it worth it? Absolutely.
The feedback that we've had from people is, you know, we're transparent about what things are going to cost and what we're going to do, and we deliver on that. I think if I'm looking at the development, the thing that I'm most proud of is the size of the plots that we managed to maintain, because we could have put more onto this site, but we kept nice big plot sizes. The houses are detached, and the houses themselves, we made them 3-bedroom houses. We could have made them 4, but we chose to make them 3 bedrooms, so they're 3 really good sized bedrooms. We didn't want to have your standard kind of boxy little 4th bedroom. This has been described many times as a unique site, and I think, yeah, why go elsewhere to build stuff when you can build it on your doorstep?